Hello, my name's Ollie Fisher. I'm the owner of Pilot's Paradise, and we're a flight training and time building specialist here in Florida. So we have mainly PA-28, so Piper PA-28 Warriors and Archers. We've actually got Warrior 2s and Archer 2s and an Archer 3 as well. So predominantly, as I say, time building, so guys actually come from all over the world, believe it or not, so Europe, UK, and of course the United States, to come to Florida, to the sun, and just get as many hours as they can once they have their private license ready for their commercial license. We've got housing for those students, and we've got lots of great routes that you can go to all around Florida, which has really some of the best flying destinations in the world. Titusville, so you can fly over the Space Shuttle Center, go to the Everglades and have an airboat ride and see the gators, down to the Keys, Marathon, down low-level Miami along the beach at 500 feet, the same as the Banatoas. It really is a heaven for building those time building in a really sort of fun way. The other sort of specialization we have is flight training, so we can teach you from nothing to commercial IR. So we can do the private license, we can do the hour building phase, obviously, which is what we're known for, the commercial, the instrument rating, and that's all 141 approved. So Part 61 is just the sort of the normal way of teaching, but we're also 141 approved, which is essentially the academy top level, top syllabus route that you can take, so you can become a commercial pilot or just a recreational pilot. We're actually recreational pilot specialists, so the IR, the PPL and the hour building, but we are now going into the commercial side as well as Pilot's Paradise Academy, and that's to do 141 professional training for guys wanting to join and girls wanting to join the airlines. So we're getting multi-engine equipped here, and behind me you can see just our single engine piston aeroplanes, all in the Pilot's Paradise paint scheme, and there's a couple behind us there, so 8 aeroplanes in total make up our fleet. So we also provide European training, so we get lots of people from the UK and Europe wanting their EASA license, we call it, EASA. That is for private licenses, so it's recreational flying in reality, but we have guys doing what they call the LAPL, which is the same as the LSA in the USA, so it's a light sport aircraft, but the light aircraft pilot license, the LAPL. That's pretty much a PPL, slightly less capability, so you can't add a night rating to that, so you'd have to go to a full PPL, which we also teach to get the night rating in the European system. So again, slightly different to the American system, but we can do the European recreational flying, instrument flying, we call it an IMC, so or an instrument rating restricted we can do, which is the European equivalent of the IR. We also provide this CBIR, it's called competency based IR. That one again is very specialist to Europe, but it's very much like the American IR. So the interesting thing in the Europe world as such is that they have the LAPL, the LAPL, and really that's enables you to actually fly a Warrior. So weight category wise, it lets you fly a Warrior, it lets you fly 4 people, it lets you fly in day VFR conditions only. So really, I'll be honest, a better description rather than an equivalent of a light sport license, it's actually more like a private license, but just with more restrictions. That's probably a better way to describe the European LAPL. That's absolutely something we're desperate to maintain, high quality training. We don't just want to get you through as quickly as possible. We want you to be a really good pilot at the end of it. It's a high quality service, normally 1-to-1 tuition, so you'll be given an instructor and they'll pretty much see you through your training, so not lots of swapping or things like that. So it's really trying to concentrate, giving you a personal tailored service to you so you can become the best pilot that you can become. A lot of schools obviously just want to either rat you through, certainly the bigger schools, just get you through as quickly as possible, and you're just treated like a number. So with us, you'll be certainly treated like a person, and we really take that quite seriously. You know, customer service, making sure you're happy, making sure you're getting everything you want from it, and tailoring the training to you. We're not the cheapest. We run at $220 an hour wet with an instructor, so that is everything included. So with a bit of ground time as well to brief you for the flight. So again, it doesn't put us in the cheapest bracket, but certainly quality is up there. Our instructors have a lot of experience. They're not newly qualified normally. We normally find the more mature instructors that can really give you their wisdom and make you a better pilot. Our aspiration is that ideally you would have the same instructor, if at all possible. Of course, it's not possible every time, and the nice thing is with our standardization, our instructors are we try and keep it, certainly with the 141 standard and the European standard, they're all trained to a very good high level, and we ensure that standards are high. So we do standardization checks on our instructors, so even if you do have to swap instructor, it should be reasonably seamless approach. And we have a mantra here as well, that it sounds strange, but we have to like you if you're going to be an instructor here. So we really care about that. We know that you're going to be looking after our customers, who are the most important thing to us. We want you to be a good, nice person. We want you to be able to teach well. We have got rid of instructors where we got feedback from students whereby, you know, it was a bit short with me or a bit snappy, and I didn't appreciate the training, and we debriefed that. It was true. We did some standardization with that instructor, and we didn't like that. So we do definitely have I'm not sure I'm allowed to say this on your program, a policy. But yeah, I mean, you know, a no dickheads policy. But that's I'm not sure if that's quite the correct terminology, but you know, it's true. You know, we don't want horrible instructors that are there for the wrong reason. We choose passionate instructors, and in fact I was just interviewing an instructor today, and he's flying for a big flight school, and it's just numbers, it's just churn it out, it's just get through it as quick as possible, it's just push them out the other end, and it's not right. I mean, it's about quality, it's about, you know, not a good guy who really wants to teach you to learn how to fly and be passionate about teaching. So that's what we're looking for, that a real passion for aviation, not just, I want to get 1,000 hours instructing so I can go to the airlines as quick as possible. We actually, if they say that, we don't normally tend to employ them. So we either home grow our instructors, or I interview today to make sure that they're not just going to run away or run off halfway through a student's training, and they're not just trying to get the hours to go to the airlines, because their quality of instructing, their passion for instructing, which is really important because it rubs off on the student. It's what makes it fun, and we're the recreational specialists, so we want to make sure that, you know, we're not a sausage factory academy, and we're actually a proper the go-to. It's a bit like, I see us as like the mum and pop shop, the rinky-dink place of that high quality. They really care, but we're a bigger version of it, which can take more capacity, but we still got that personal touch, and we're still very professional, high quality. Actually, Pilot's Paradise was pretty much founded on what we call flying holidays, and we sort of coined a phrase, USA flying holidays. It was aimed at the European market, but it's very true for you know, the northern states of America as well, that when it's terrible weather elsewhere in the world, it's normally pretty good in Florida. So we coined USA flying holidays. Come to us, stay in our villa. We have a 3-bedroom villa with a pool, or we have a 2-bedroom apartment for sort of more shared accommodation, and then we also have other accommodation options coming available soon. So we can put you up in a nice place, very close to the airport. We can give you what we call exclusive use of the aeroplane. So that means it's all yours, it sits there waiting for you. You can go and explore with it, you can stay overnight in the Keys for a couple of nights, you can go and basically tour in our aeroplanes if you like. And that's quite rare, because normally schools, certainly if you rent off people, they want a minimum of 3 or 4 hours a day off you. And that really restricts your, well, I can't just go to the Keys for the night and just have a nice time and fly back. But with us, we have a nightly charge, so if you're away for a night, it's $100. So you can take the aeroplane away for the night, $100, and the minimum weekly requirement is actually only 7 hours. So with us, you could do a week in the accommodation or just take the aeroplane only. You could do a minimum of 7 hours in that week, and you could do 7 nights with it. So in theory, 2.5 hours to the Keys, off you go, stay there a couple of nights and come back. That would actually be within that bounds of only $100 a night charge. Fuel you put in yourself, and then we just charge you $80 an hour dry. So you just take the aeroplane, pay the nightly fee for as long as you want the aeroplane, and then just fly it around, fuel it wherever you want, and you just pay us the dry rate. And we call that USA Flying Holidays, which is quite unique because most people can't let their aeroplanes and assets go away for that long. The charter is it's just sort of newly set up, but we have a Chieftain, so that's a 9-seater twin engine aeroplane, so that means you can get to the Bahamas, and we're starting charters all over the US if required, so on-demand charter. Again, it's new in the making, but we're going to the Bahamas, the Keys, Everglades, wherever you want, and you can pay for the whole aeroplane to have it to yourself, and just take the family anywhere you like, and we can price that up for you depending on where you want to go. Or you can just sort of get a group of friends together and pay by the seat, but we have to get it to a certain level before in reality we can let the aeroplane go. So normally it's, as long as there's 3 or 4 people, we can make it sort of economically viable to go to the Bahamas. So we've obviously got a website, pilots-paradise.com. That's our key website. The phone numbers are all on there. There's an international toll-free number on there to call if you're from outside of the US, and if you're inside the US, it's 772-589-0800.